Currently in our area, 53 degrees under clear skies. Tonight, mostly clear, low 51. Winds west-southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Monday, windy with morning showers, high 74. Chance of rain, 60%. Monday night, clear skies, low 49. Winds west-northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
All right, everybody's getting ready for the big storm. Winter Storm Juno expected to drop 18 to 24 inches of snow on Providence, Rhode Island. And we showed you the bread aisle a little while ago. Now look at the milk aisle. Chris Warren snapped this picture and tweeted this out and Instagrammed it out. And you can see there's barely anything left there. By the way, Chris is going to start live shots from this area starting tomorrow morning at 5 Eastern. Providence, Rhode Island, just another one of those places under a blizzard warning. You know, Boston is also under a blizzard warning for tomorrow. Let's take a live look and see what's going on there. We've got just partly cloudy skies being reported, temperature in the low 20s. We've got plenty of cold air with this storm, that is for sure. And in fact, if you go back the last 10 years, the only time the city of Boston recorded official blizzard conditions was back on February 8th and 9th of 2013. So while you may get a lot of snow every winter, you know, blizzards are harder to come by. Now, the state is ready to respond to whatever Juno brings. The Massachusetts State Emergency Operations Center is now up and running. MEMA, the Massachusetts Emergency Management Agency, is on standby to coordinate support for coastal evacuations if it comes to that. The agency is also ready to assist stranded drivers and provide shelters. And they tell us they are ready to coordinate debris removal and support for utility restoration crews. And there's a lot of work ahead in Massachusetts before Juno arrives, and the state is getting itself ready. We want to get you ready too, because this storm is coming. The new information coming in, the computer models. Kim's going to have more in just a second, but right now, we're looking at our hourly forecast. The clouds are going to continue to thicken up. Winds are going to continue to increase as we go into the afternoon and evening hours. And that's when the snow is going to come down with more intensity as well. As we get beyond, say, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock to midnight, that snow is going to be blowing horizontally because we got those strong gusty winds that are also going to be affecting us along the coast of Massachusetts. Not to mention that we could have a pileup of water, and coastal flooding could be happening at the same time we're getting dumped on with all kinds of snow. And Kim, I know you've got more.
I do, Kelly. And so we're going to give you some of the details through the day tomorrow. Snow starts sometime by the evening commute. So if you're heading home somewhere before dinner, we may start to see snow coming in. The winds will be increasing at this point to 20 miles per hour. But it's really after that time period that we start to see the blizzard conditions taking hold of Boston for maybe a good 12 to 15, 16 hours. So tomorrow night, expect blizzard conditions, winds gusting to 60 miles per hour or even higher than that. And of course, we're concerned about power outages. We're concerned about trees coming down. All of this is going to really be focused here in the Boston area tomorrow. Blizzard conditions most of the day on Tuesday. Extremely dangerous travel. Really urging everybody to stay off the roads, to stay at home tomorrow and Tuesday as well, because we're going to see maybe 2 feet plus. So maybe 2 to 3 feet of snow in some areas of Boston. So that is going to be a lot to dig out from, and plows won't be able to keep up with snowfall rates of 2 to 3 inches per hour. And right along the coast, probably that heavier wet snow as well, and that's going to be dangerous to be shoveling. I know it's going to be hard you want to keep up with it, but again, you need to take breaks if you're going to be out shoveling in this. So in Boston, your impacts, well, they're going to be really starting to get really bad. Looks like tomorrow night into Tuesday through the day. Kelly?
Hey, Kim, new information. We just heard from Philadelphia schools. The district is going to dismiss students early tomorrow at noon because of Winter Storm Juno. And we do expect more schools to follow Philly and let out early as well, perhaps canceled on Tuesday. So stay tuned for more information. The time to prepare is now. You've got to think about that trip to the grocery store or the hardware store to stock up on supplies. You could be without power for a while as well. Juno could be a storm that keeps you inside for days. Coming up after the break, we're going to time out this system, get more details, and let you know where the most will drop and when. Our team of meteorologists and experts will be live with Winter Storm Juno coverage starting at 5 a.m. Eastern Time. 10 Weather Channel reporters out in the elements, so you don't have to be.
When heartburn comes creeping up on you, fight back with relief so smooth, it's fast. Tums Smoothie starts dissolving the instant it touches your tongue and neutralizes stomach acid at the source. Smoothies, only from Tums.
Hello, I'm an Idaho potato farmer, and our big Idaho potato truck is still missing. So my buddy here is going to help me find it. There we go! It's out there somewhere, spreading the word about America's favorite potato, heart-healthy Idaho potatoes, and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women campaign. If you see it, I hope you'll let us know. Always look for the Grown in Idaho seal.
Please.
No.
The run-of-the-mill everyday headache.
Please? No.
Not bad enough for a lot of medicine,
Nope.
but still bad enough that you want it gone fast.
Please, go talk to your father.
Introducing Excedrin Mild Headache. 35% less medicine, plus a booster to end everyday headaches fast.
Oh, what a headache.
Actually, my headache's gone. This new Excedrin really does work fast.
The National Headache Foundation gives it a seal of approval for everyday headaches. New Excedrin Mild Headache.
Wow, that was fast.
Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the world's longest-lasting AA battery in high-tech devices. Up to 6 times longer than the other leading brand.
I went to Ancestry.com, but I thought, I'm not going to make it very far. I knew my parents and my grandparents, and then it happened. I got a leaf. When I clicked on it, I could actually see my grandfather's draft card from World War I and his U.S. Census from 1910, and another member's tree that had my great-grandparents and their parents and everything. And it all started with my first leaf.
Who will you discover at Ancestry.com?
What does an apron have to do with car insurance? An apron is hard work. An apron is pride in what you do. An apron is not quitting until you've made something a little better. What does an apron have to do with car insurance? For us, everything.
Hi, my name's Serena, and today is day 1 of my Hydroxycut transformation.
We're gonna live free.
I lost 30 pounds. Hydroxycut really works.
Hydroxycut is America's #1 selling weight loss supplement brand. Mix and match gummies, tablets, and drink mix.
Off and on throughout my life, I struggled with my weight, and Hydroxycut is the only thing that has worked for me.
Hydroxycut lets you lose weight your way. And go to hydroxycut.com to access the Be Thinner in 30-day starter plan.
Build weather invention.
Wow, anybody else surprised it actually works?
It was hard to believe weather could do that.
Mother Nature can absolutely change people.
Currently in our area, 53 degrees under clear skies. Tonight, mostly clear, low 51, winds west-southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Monday, windy with morning showers, high 74, chance of rain 60%. Monday night, clear skies, low 49, winds west-northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Tracking what's shaping up to be the biggest storm of the season. We'll have live coverage from across the Northeast Monday morning on the Weather Channel.
Take a look at this classic Weather Channel video, a time lapse during Winter Storm Nemo in Avon, Connecticut. You can see that heavy snow just piling up on everything out there. And, this impacted as many people as our newest winter storm will likely do over the next couple of days.
Probably one of my favorite time lapses I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's incredible. 5 states had locations, by the way, that recorded 2 feet of snow or more from Nemo. And take a look at this forecast for Juneau. We are expecting more states to see that kind of snow.
Yeah, that pink right there, that indicates more than 2 feet of snow. 6 states expecting a huge impact from Winter Storm Juneau, and blizzard warnings are in effect for some major metropolitan areas. So we hope everybody is getting ready for it. Welcome back to our special report on Winter Storm Juneau. I'm Kelly Cass.
And good evening, everyone. I'm Kim Cunningham. We're already seeing airlines reacting to this storm. United Airlines canceling all flights into and out of New York, Boston, and Philadelphia on Tuesday. And one of the things that makes Winter Storm Juneau even worse is that it comes on the heels of our last winter storm, Iola.
That's right. We saw several inches with that, but now we're going to maybe see feet of snow with this one. Boston has huge piles of salt ready, and they are going to need them.
That's right, Kelly. Check it out. Looks like these piles will be replenished after the last winter storm, but you can bet this will be a very busy place in about 24 hours. I'm sure all hands on deck. And, speaking of timing and impacts, Kelly has more on what you can expect.
And I just hope folks have batteries and, flashlights ready to go, because unfortunately we could lose our power. We could be stuck for days. So stocking up on food as well. That's a good idea with this storm as well. We've got the blizzard warnings in effect from the coast of Maine through Boston, Cape Cod, all of Rhode Island, all of Connecticut, down through the lower Hudson Valley, New York City, down the Jersey Shore towards Toms River. This means conditions are likely to be blizzard, okay, especially as we go into the day tomorrow and tomorrow night. Here's a look. We have high pressure delivering that cold air from the north, something we were lacking with this last storm that brought more of a wintry mix along the coast. This time we're thinking more in the way of snow and a slower system that's really going to intensify just off the coast, and that's going to provide lots of moisture and lots of time for that snow to accumulate. We're talking about impressive snowfall rates likely with this one, 2 to 3 inches per hour. Even the plows aren't going to be able to keep up with it. So look for road closures, including major roads like interstates and parkways, and there's your wind driving in that water along the coast of Massachusetts. So coastal flooding, beach erosion is going to be a concern as well, and winds in fact could be gusting as high as hurricane force at times across Cape Cod and the eastern end of Long Island, where we are going to be digging out from anywhere from 18 to 24 inches. Can't rule out the possibility of somebody in here seeing even up to 3 feet of snow. Throw in the wind, and we're talking about some serious snow drifts that could be, well, right over our heads. Kim?
Yeah, that's a problem, and you may not be able to open your doors. All right, guys, we're going to walk you through the forecast. I want to let you know that at this time of the night, we start getting new computer data in. The new model run from the GFS is coming in. And I just want to say this generally, that there really isn't much change with it. So what we've been forecasting in the last couple of days is exactly what's going to happen. The GFS really not deviating much at all, except maybe not as strong, as deep with the area of low pressure off the coast. But I don't think that's going to matter. We're still going to see blizzard conditions. So looking right now at the Ohio Valley, we've got snow coming down, Dayton, Columbus. Temperatures here in the 20s. We've changed over at the airport in Cincinnati. The western burbs, or the west side of Cincinnati, has been seeing snow for the last couple of hours. Pittsburgh, snowing here. State College as well. Snowfall amounts in eastern Ohio, 3 to 5 inches, 5 to 8 inches here for the central Appalachians. We're going to see decent snows. Even interior northeast will see decent snows out of this. Snow coming into Philadelphia as we speak. It's going to get worse in Philadelphia. Harrisburg reporting some snow as well. We're tracking the disturbance through the Ohio Valley, now coming into the south. Actually, here it is, right in here. So this thing is moving east, and actually as the area of low pressure at the surface does too, we're going to see this thing really deepen. So here we're actually putting bring in the motion where the spin in the atmosphere is. We're tracking this all the way over to the East Coast. It's going to deepen the trough. We're going to see our jet streams combining here. We're going to see this thing coming northward. And as it does, it's really going to deepen quickly, too. So we've got the coupling of the jet stream. We've got the warm Gulf Stream right there as well. All this coming together means a very strong area of low pressure that will, in turn, bring very strong winds to the coast and blizzard conditions. So at 50 past the hour, we'll have more details on this. Kelly?
And Kim, late this afternoon, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio warned residents of his city to heed the warnings. Prepare now and don't underestimate what's coming.
So this literally could be one of the top 2 or 3 largest storms in the history of this city, and we need to plan accordingly. So my message to all New Yorkers is prepare for something worse than we have seen before. Prepare to be safe. Take every precaution. Now is the time to get ready for this extreme weather. It is so important to focus on safety in these next few days. Don't underestimate this storm. Prepare for the worst, and we will all be able to get through this together. So I'm going to say this today, and you'll hear me say it over the next few days. New Yorkers should not underestimate this storm. Assume conditions will be unsafe. Assume that you do not want to be out in this storm. When you can stay indoors, stay indoors. When you can stay off the roads, stay off the roads. Use mass transit or make plans to travel another day, but try with everything you have to avoid being in the middle of this storm. Road conditions in particular will be treacherous. There's no other word for it. They will be treacherous. So all New Yorkers should stay off the roads tomorrow, because if you go out in the morning, you're going to have to come back in the evening, and by evening it's going to be pretty heavy. So stay off the road tomorrow. Certainly stay off the roads Tuesday. Again, use mass transit if that's an option. If you have the option to stay home or make other plans, you should do that right now. Change your plans now in advance of this storm. If you're even walking around in your neighborhood, expect unusually icy conditions and usually slippery conditions. So even walking should be kept to a minimum. We're asking people starting tomorrow afternoon to stay out of city parks. There is always a potential with rapid snowfall, the extra burden on tree branches, that you could have some branches coming down. We want people to stay away from the parks for their own safety.
And I'm sorry.
Great tips there. Great information.
Oh, absolutely, Kelly. And if Juno reaches full potential in the Northeast, whiteout conditions are a sure bet.
And what do you do if you get caught on the roads? Sam Champion tells us in today's Brainstorm.
Snow reflects about 85% of sunlight. That's about 5.5 times more than grass does. And during an intense snowstorm, light is bouncing off the ground, clouds, and falling snow. This creates an encompassing, bright, milky whiteness that eliminates visual cues, like the horizon lines and shadows. They assist in depth perception and orientation. As a result, a nearby dumpster can actually appear like a distant house. And this compromised vision is especially dangerous on the road. Visibility in a whiteout can drop to just 10 feet or less than a car length. And because it takes an average driver about 0.7 of a second to react and begin braking, with only 10 feet of visibility, a car would have to be going just 6 miles an hour to avoid an accident. No faster than the speed of a light jog. Sam Champion, the Weather Channel.
Zantac heartburn alert! Stop! Nexium can take 24 hours to work. Zantac's different. Zantac rushes relief in as little as 30 minutes. For relief without the wait, try Zantac. No pill relieves heartburn faster.
Apples are good. A Strongbow hard cider, better. But Strongbow over ice is the best. Enjoying Strongbow over ice with your slow-motion horse? The bestest. Strongbow, world's #1 hard cider.
Currently in our area, 53 degrees under clear skies. Tonight, mostly clear, low 51, winds west-southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Monday, windy with morning showers, high 74, chance of rain 60%. Monday night, clear skies, low 49, winds west-northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Before Chris Hadfield, before Sally Ride, we turned ordinary people into heroes. Shake hands with a hero at Astronaut Encounter, one of thousands of exciting things to explore at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Always exploring.
Don't miss the Princess Cruises 50th anniversary sale. Our biggest sale ever. Save up to $500 per person. Everywhere we sail, all around the world. Call your travel consultant or 1-800-PRINCESS. Princess Cruises. Come back new.
If you're driving and you can't see clearly for 1 second at 60 miles per hour, you can't see clearly for 88 feet. And a lot can happen in 88 feet. That's why Bosch created the new Icon with ClearMax 365. It's a rubber technology for longer lasting performance, not found on any other wiper blade. Because like you, Bosch cares about what's ahead.
Hey, guess what day it is?
Hump day!
Hump day! It's hump day!
Hey, Mike! Mike!
Guess what day it is? Hey, Camel, guess what day it is?
It's not even Wednesday.
Let it go, Phil.
If you're a camel, you put up with this all the time. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do. Okay.
The Chevrolet Malibu. Respected. Efficient. Safe. When you set out to find new roads, you become the most awarded car company of the year.
Right now, eligible competitive owners can trade up to this 2015 Chevy Malibu and get $3,000 total cash allowance.
Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Oh, there's an energy crisis happening, all right. A human one. And it's time to fight it. With the good energy of Quaker Oats. It's how we help keep go-getters like you going and getting. One bite at a time. Try new Quick Steel Cut oatmeal for a heartier texture. Quaker Up.
Why do you want to get everybody Spring Value vitamins from Walmart? Because you need him to feel healthy for your big reunion. Because you need to feel the moves, not the ears.
Dance Team Captain 94.
And because you need Grandpa to feel like he has more energy than they do. Shop the whole line of Spring Valley vitamins now. Only at Walmart.com and Walmart.
All right, it's here for some folks already. Here's the snow coming down Johnstown, Pennsylvania. This clip was sent in with the Burst app from Tom Varmecki. Thank you so much for sending that in to us. 3 to 5 inches of snow expected to fall. This is in the western part of the state thanks to Winter Storm Juno. And you know what? Just like Tom did, you can do it too. You can send us your videos and pictures during Winter Storm Juno. Just be careful when you do shoot it, and always remember to shoot that video horizontally. Then text the word Juno to 99,000 and you'll be directed on how to upload the video. It is free. It is so easy to do. And you can also share your video on Twitter and Facebook using the hashtag Juno.
All right, guys, you know our team of meteorologists and experts will be live across the Northeast starting at 5 a.m. Eastern Time. We're spread out from Philadelphia to north of Boston with 10 live reporters in place. You see them here on the right to show you exactly what Winter Storm Juno is bringing. And here's a look at where the blizzard conditions are expected. Blizzard warnings are up from Toms River to Boston and into Bangor. So the I-95 corridor east of that area is where we're going to be seeing the worst conditions from Juno.
And we don't take that term lightly, right?
We
In fact,
don't.
the National Weather Service also has strict rules on exactly what qualifies as a blizzard. So we're going to take a look and see what kinds of conditions you need to earn that title of blizzard, because we get snow all the time. It's winter after all. But yeah, to have a blizzard, you need at least 3 hours of falling and blowing snow, quarter-mile visibility or less, sustained winds or frequent gusts to 35 miles per hour or greater. And Kim, we're likely to see these conditions lasting for quite a long time for some areas. And in fact, we could see winds hurricane force along the coast of Massachusetts and Long Island, say around 75 miles per hour.
All right, so here's the forecast now in Boston. We're expecting blizzard conditions after midnight. So the winds will be out of the northeast around midnight or so, or actually before that. But the blizzard conditions expected then. 5 o'clock in the morning, still dealing with it. Monday or Sunday. Oh gosh, Kelly, it's so late. I'm tired. Tuesday through Tuesday evening into Wednesday, looking at the possibility of blizzard conditions.
Yeah, blowing and drifting of snow. New York City, you've got that blizzard warning in effect as well. So Monday evening right through Tuesday evening, we're talking a good 24 hours for you as well. And note the winds are going to be sustained at about 25 miles per hour, but certainly gusting even higher than that, over 50 miles per hour. Not out of the question.
And you know, heavy snow, especially when we're talking over 2 feet possible, can pose a threat, especially to your home.
Meteorologist Mark Elliott takes a look at the weight of snow in a way you've never seen before.
Typically, when you think about snow, you describe it as light or powdery or fluffy. In fact, we all know that just one snowflake weighs next to nothing. But when a lot of snowflakes come down, well, now you're talking about a weight that really adds up. So let's start off with a chore that most people dread during the winter, shoveling this wet, heavy snow. Each year, on average, more than 11,000 people go to the hospital because of injuries suffered while shoveling snow. And when things get covered in this much snow, that's when it can get even more dangerous. Standing inside this room, you wouldn't think I'd have any problems because of snow accumulation, but right above my head, that's where the real danger lies. A cubic foot of snow can weigh around 7 pounds if the snow is dry and fluffy, but could weigh over 20 pounds if it is wet and compacted. Now, 2 feet of snow over this entire roof would weigh 150,000 pounds. The weight above this room alone is the equivalent of 3 full-size grand pianos. That's enough weight to have the roof cave in, and that's why it's so important to remove the snow. And it's not just the flat roofs you have to watch out for. Pitched roofs can accumulate snow as well. Just look at this roof behind me. You get 2 feet of snow up there, and it's the equivalent of 9 heavy-duty pickup trucks on top of the roof. And when that amount of snow starts to slide, it can easily damage or destroy anything in its path. And that's why we tell you to watch out for those snow-covered roofs. Finally, when it comes to describing that sheer force of the weight of snow, nothing describes it more than the power of an avalanche. A typical avalanche can roll downhill at more than 60 miles per hour, bringing with it a wall of snow, ice, and other debris. And once it's rolling downhill, there is nothing that will stop that force from destroying anything in its path. Fortunately, once those avalanche conditions are in place, it doesn't take much to trigger the event. Some more snow, rain, thunder, even a skier can bring down that avalanche. So next time you're watching those flurries weightlessly fluttering down to earth, remember, if you get too many of those flurries in one place, you can have massive problems. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Mark Elliott.
Knows her way around a miniskirt, can run in high heels. Must be a supermodel, right? You don't know AARP. Because AARP is making finding the career you love, no matter what your age, a real possibility. Go to aarp.org/possibilities to check out Life Reimagined for tools, support, and connections. If you don't think, I've still got it, when you think AARP, then you don't know AARP. Find more surprising possibilities and get to know us at aarp.org/possibilities.
Build weather invention.
Wow, anybody else surprised it actually worked?
Mother Nature can absolutely change people.
I'm ready to get out of here and create a new track.
This is a tornado emergency. It was hard to believe weather could do that.
Never seen anything like this in my life.
Currently in our area, 53 degrees under clear skies. Tonight, mostly clear, low 51. Winds west-southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Monday, windy with morning showers. High 74. Chance of rain 60%. Monday night, clear skies. Low 49. Winds west-northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Mr. Gray, to what do you owe your success?
There's some people who say that I don't have a heart.
Why do I get the feeling that that is not true?
Welcome to my world. I don't do romance. Mother, Anastasia Steele.
You have no idea how delighted I am to meet you.
You said you didn't do romance.
Where have you been?
Waiting.
Rated R.
Right now, you could get a great deal on a 2015 Honda Pilot.
But can it pass my Tuesday test?
What's your Tuesday test? So that's your Tuesday?
Yeah. Tuesdays are pretty slow.
The Honda Pilot clearance event is happening now. Hurry in to get a great deal on a 2015 Pilot, built to handle even your busiest days.
Whether it's snow, sand, or mud, there's only one way to keep your vehicle's floor perfectly protected all year long. WeatherTech floor liners, laser measured to perfectly protect your specific vehicle, front, back, even up the sides. So what gets in the liner stays in the liner until you wash it away. Shop now at WeatherTech.com or call 1-800-CarMats. WeatherTech, proudly made in America.
We believe in ideas. We believe that first step can change everything. We believe the small things can actually be pretty huge. And why not put fried chicken in sushi? We believe furniture you can recycle is a thing of beauty. And it's time for the Ice Cube to be reinvented. Every great idea needs a great website. Weebly makes it easy for you to create one. Go to Weebly.com to create your website today. It's free.
Once upon a time, there was a nice house that lived with a family. One day, it started to rain. The house tried to keep out all the water, but water got inside and ruined everybody's everythings. The house thought she let the family down. They just didn't think it could happen. They told the house they would take better care of her. Always.
Protect what matters. Get flood insurance.
Look at this! Listen to that!
See this winter like never before. Amazing starts here. The Weather Channel Mornings.
Looking live at New York at the top left, Philadelphia top right, and we've got Boston right there at the bottom. Our own Jim Cantori will be live in Boston tomorrow morning starting at 5 a.m. Eastern time. And in fact, he's one of 9 live reporters out in Winter Storm Juno, so you don't have to be. Our live coverage starts at 5 a.m. Eastern with Wake Up with Al. And we do expect the roads to get pretty bad during tomorrow afternoon's commute in the Northeast.
That's right. A quick, precise reaction can keep your car off a collision course, and the Weather Channel's Sam Champion has the proper steps to take.
Well, Sam Champion has the proper steps to take. Look at this. Listen to that. See this winter like never before. Amazing starts here. The Weather Channel Mornings.
As the proper steps to take.
ice can cause big trouble for motorists, and you don't have to live in a wintry climate to encounter hazardous roadways. Temps at or just above 32 degrees can turn a thin layer of water into a slippery driving mess. Fortunately, there are ways you can weather the road. First, make sure your vehicle's ready to handle the elements. Some suggestions from the National Safety Council include having proper tires and batteries. Inspect brakes and windshield wipers and checking your antifreeze levels. Black ice is the invisible threat. Keep an eye out for a pavement that's slightly darker and just a little duller looking than the rest of the road surface. If you're driving on ice or snow, it is truly important to slow down and leave at least 3 times more space than you usually do between you and the car in front of you. If the back of your vehicle starts to skid, first thing, don't panic. Just take your foot off the accelerator and steer in the direction you want the front wheels to go. If you have standard brakes, you can pump them gently. For anti-lock brakes, just apply hard, steady pressure to the brakes. The best advice for driving in bad weather is to avoid doing it at all if you can. But if you have to hit the road, make sure you monitor the weather reports like right here at the Weather Channel. Stay alert, slow down, and make sure you stay in control. I'm Sam Champion.
All right, guys, let's walk you through the forecast now from Winter Storm Juno, or with Winter Storm Juno, where we're going to see this area of low pressure really get strong off the northeast coast and provide blizzard conditions to millions of people, maybe 28 million people seeing blizzard conditions over the next 48 hours. Anywhere from New Jersey all the way up to Maine, especially the I-95 corridor and east of that area is where the worst of it is going to be. So we want everybody to be ready for this. Hopefully you've got the milk, the bread. You're going to have everybody at home by dinner time tomorrow night, and everybody will be safe and sound, right? It never works that way totally, but we're hoping that we get a lot of good reports tomorrow from folks staying home. So high pressure to the north, that's key here because this is going to be sitting here, but it's also providing cold air to the northeast. But the area of low pressure is going to track up the coast, having a hard time getting past this high, and it's going to increase the pressure gradient between the two. And when the pressure gradient, or lines of equal pressure, come together and they get closer together, the winds get stronger. So we're going to see strong winds setting up in the Boston area during the day tomorrow. New York City, morning hours might be a little gusty, but right where we have all those lines together, that's where we're going to see blizzard conditions. It's going to be with us for a long time. So in Boston, 40 to 50 mile per hour winds. That's starting at 8 o'clock in the morning, Tuesday. Well, I should say starting, because we're going to see blizzard conditions setting up probably sometime after midnight for you guys. So Winter Storm Juno on the move. We're going to see by 8 o'clock in the morning, the low not developed yet, but we still see the cold air in place across the northeast, as we're starting to see at this point by Monday evening a very deep area of low pressure. This thing will really be deepening quickly, so you may go from light snow to heavy snow very quickly, even in New York City. Boston will see heavy snow, possibly up to 16 hours of blizzard conditions. New York City, maybe 12 hours. So we're going to be looking at very strong winds in this area. Snow rates 2 to 3 inches per hour. The closer you are to the coast, the heavier, the wetter the snow is going to be. Farther inland, it may not be as wet, maybe a little bit lighter. But either way, it's going to be very dangerous to be out there shoveling. It's going to be dangerous to be out in this. Look at this by Tuesday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We're still in that pressure gradient. We're still on those winds in Boston. That's why we're concerned about, folks, because it's going to be many hours of blizzard conditions here, the low to the east. And by the way, the new GFS, not much different than the older run, a little bit farther east with it, and maybe not as deep, but still with the same effects along the east coast.
All right, Kim, 5 hours. I think we're done for tonight.
I think my voice is done.
We're done. But you know what? Tomorrow is going to be a very busy day, and we're going to be back with live coverage starting at 5 a.m. Eastern.
And we're back tomorrow at 8 o'clock. There's one more thing we have to tell you, though. Stay tuned.
Currently in our area, 53 degrees under clear skies. Tonight, mostly clear, low 51. Winds west-southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Monday, windy with morning showers. High 74. Chance of rain 60%. Monday night, clear skies. Low 49. Winds west-northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
It's time for one more thing. Let's check in on Winter Storm Juno and seeing snow in the Ohio Valley. Yes, this is part of Juno, but it's kind of still weak, and it's going to get stronger within the next 12 to 24 hours. But right now it's spreading snow all the way into Pittsburgh to Cleveland as well. Harrisburg, Philadelphia, all reporting snow at this time. Allentown, Virga. But eventually we're going to moisten up enough that we're going to get snow out of this. But this is just the beginning here for the Northeast. We've got blizzard warnings in effect. 28 million people under blizzard warnings as we speak. And we may be looking at blizzard conditions for hours in some cases. So Boston, 2 to 2.5 feet to 3 feet. Now the question, New York City, we're talking about 12 to 18 inches of snowfall. Blizzard conditions expected for you as well. Even the interior sections, seeing a lot of snow. We can't forget about you guys in the New York Thruway. All these interstate systems will be affected. We'll have live coverage starting at 5 o'clock.
This time on Highway Through Hell.
Good to go? Here's your one chance, Fancy. Don't let me down.
Heavy Rescue's toughest oil patch wreck.
Hold it.
Puts the rotator to the test.
Hey!
You don't get a job just because you're Sonny Boy, right?
The rookie fights to join the A-team.
It's either you do or you don't. I have to do.
And back in BC,
somewhere in there's a physics lesson.
A monster wreck, overwhelmed.
Keep going.
The man and machines left behind.
I don't want him to hit you. Keep going.
On the Highway Through Hell, the last line of defense is a heavy rescue team ready to tackle any disaster. Because closure is not an option. It's 4 a.m.
Chewed and clawed my way up.
The wicked storm that's hammered BC's Coquihalla Highway for more than a day is finally dying off. Down in the Fraser Valley,
Trailer's cut right in half. That's what I heard. Not a good thing to happen.
Heavy Rescue has been out all night after a semi loaded with wine was ripped in half.
I'd take this as a win.
Heavy Rescue's lead BC driver, Howie Irwin, has got traffic moving.
Are they opening a westbound lane?
Looks like traffic's moving here. Even as the storm fades, it's left a huge mess in its wake. Sand trucks prep the mountain for the semis that are finally rolling again.
Road's iced straight up on us. All trucks were dispatched. Quite a mess. Quite a mess.
It doesn't take long before there's trouble.
When I put all the steering on that way, then trailer moves that, and it's jackknife.
The jackknife happened in the worst place possible. The brake check at the top of the mountain.
Look at the road.
Yeah.
You can't even walk on it.
Yeah.
Come down the hill, nowhere to go.
Truckers aren't allowed to descend the dangerous smasher without stopping and inspecting their brakes at the pullout.
Al is on site here at the brake check. You should have that truck cleared here shortly.
Until the jackknife is cleared, no one can get in.
Brake check on the road there and bypass is blocked up there.
The call goes to Quiring Towing and Al's right-hand man, Gord Boyd.
First, we're going to have you straightened out, get you out of the way so these guys can get through.
Gord knows truckers are bypassing the lineup and blowing off the brake check.
Biggest concern there is someone who doesn't know the road
and comes sailing past there and comes over the top of that hill doing 100 clicks in that weather with a loaded truck. That is scary.
Glad it didn't go that way.
Because once you start down that hill, you're committed. And if you're doing 100 clicks, you're in trouble. Big trouble. This should work. It'll take 2 or 3 short pulls and I'll have him straightened out. This is all basic physics, you know. Newton was right and so was Archimedes. It's a lever and a fulcrum. The first thing you do is take the long lever and straighten it out. Once you get the trailer straightened out, then you can worry about straightening the truck out. This truck is not drivable. I'm going to hook him up and take him home. A successful fishing trip.
Looks like it's opening up then.
A few hours later, salvage crews returned to the site of last night's violent wine wreck. The highway is open, but there's still work to do for Jamie Davis Heavy Rescue.
Morning.
Last night, a semi crossed the median into the oncoming lane, right into the path of another truck. One trailer was sliced in half, the other semi totaled. With Jamie following his rotator to Alberta, Howie cleared most of the wreck with just one 25-ton wrecker. All that's left now is the gnarled back half of the wine trailer.
Well, I'd like to grab the carriage somewhere.
"14 hours to the northeast.
Hello. Hey, what's going on? Where are you at?
Adam Gazzola gets an update from his boss, Jamie, who's en route to join him.
Are you bringing Brandon with you?
Yeah.
You're not keeping him here, are you?
We'll talk.
Yo, you gotta be joking.
No big issue, buddy.
Okay. Bye.
Back in BC, with Jamie heading north, Al Quiring is playing king of the coke.
That went off the road.
This is all you need. Never runs out of gas. At the end of the day, we shave with it.
During the storm, a fully loaded trailer went into the median.
It's a hard place to handle that particular little area because it is very narrow. You're on a downhill grade. Very dangerous. See if we can hook see if the strap is long enough to go. Grab the other strap, Luke.
It's the kind of wreck that would be perfect for Jamie's rotator. But Al has a different approach.
My dad needs a rotator. He just calls this local crane company.
The crane is a way more efficient machine. Start getting these pieces out of here.
Start a line up and just start passing them up.
That load was a whole 53-foot trailer full of these 1,000-pound crates, 2 feet by 2 feet by probably 8 or 10 feet. You know, pull a couple crates out, move some cardboard, and just kind of keep working your way into the trailer like that.
Al wants the trailer empty before he tries to get it back on the road.
We grab the
pipe and take them both?
Grab the pipe. It'll take both of them. There's some really hard things to handle in there, and because the trailer's floor is very slippery and on an angle, you know, you're worried about injuries.
Watch out behind you, Alice, moving.
Try and get a bite with the...
I can't carry. Ready? 1, go!
Al realizes he can't continue to empty the trailer safely.
Pulling out now.
So you got to be very conscientious of your working environment.
He'll take a chance and pull with the remaining cargo inside.
Down.
And that's a big risk.
As we're dragging it up, that freight is kind of sitting on the roof. Hopefully it's not going to blow a hole through it. Down, down, down.
This program brought to you by Stanley Steamer, the first carpet cleaning service to be certified asthma and allergy friendly.
Stanley Steamer is the first carpet cleaning service certified asthma and allergy friendly. It's our new standard of clean. Call about our $99 carpet cleaning special.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer, your certified cleaner.
Your eyes really are unique.
In fact, they depend on a unique set of nutrients. That's why there's Ocuvite, to help protect your eye health.
As you age, your eyes can lose vital nutrients. Ocuvite helps replenish key eye nutrients. Ocuvite is a vitamin made just for your eyes from the eye care experts at Bausch & Lomb. Ocuvite has a unique formula that's just not found in any leading multivitamin.
Your eyes are unique.
So help protect your eye health with Ocuvite.
Honda is about to do something remarkable. We've made the rear view camera a standard safety feature on every single vehicle in our 2015 lineup. Any car, any trim. Because we can all benefit from a better view of the road.